of gnome droppings.
Oi, there'd be gnomes over there, or at least there were over there. I go to the droppings and see if there's a path leading where they went.
Hey, if you like shit that much, I'll give you something when we get back to camp. What are you doing?
Well, no, they were here. So are we trying to find them or not?
I mean,
I'm
does
just
it require
picturing
you
the gnome
to
droppings
play with
being
it?
like colorful because gnomes, and then this popped into my head.
That's just wrong right there.
I mean, I was thinking it, you know.
They've got Skittle-looking, like rabbit poop.
It's a delicacy to the dwarves.
I don't think it is.
New lore unlocked.
No, let's not unlock that lore. Put it away.
Every other race gets like actual lore. The fucking gnomes in this setting are just the worst jokes we could come up with. All right. Indeed, there are gnome tracks leading from this spot in the bushes by the side of the road into the woods.
Then into the woods we go.
With that kind of survival check that you rolled, you can tell that in fact this gnome walks with a slight limp on his left leg. You can also tell, based on the footprints, the way they're kind of like scuffing into the dirt, he got some pellets on his feet, and he was trying to get them off.
Follow the rainbow. Got it.
About 20 feet further, you find a wadded up piece of parchment smeared with rainbow colors.
Ew.
Parchment? Ugh.
And you follow these gnomish prints deep into the woods. Total of like 100 feet. That's deep for a gnome. They're like 1.5 feet tall.
I mean, that is fair.
I will not take that insult.
Are you guys like going through these woods quietly, or are you just like stomping through?
Oh, I'm not doing that quietly.
We never said we weren't taking the wagon.
I mean, we're riding
Wagons,
a
I
cat and
guess.
dog. I'm riding
I know.
full armor on.
I'm asking, are you guys going through here quietly, or are you stomping through?
Stomping
2
through.
paladins, a barbarian, 8 horses, and 3 wagons.
Look, I never said it was going to be easy.
Look, if we had minstrels, they would be blaring horns and. You know.
We're the opposite of quiet.
Yeah, you guys go tromping through the woods, and about 160 feet in, amidst a small clearing at the foot of a, I guess, yeah, it'd be a bit of a hill, you can see several shrubberies and a circle of mushrooms in the middle. Gathered around in the area, looks like they're cooking food on a little fire, a little kitchen, a little pot and everything. You can see a score of gnomes.
20?
Yes.
Well, Kerr looks down at Dern and Kern. Or Dern and Cern. Well, you guys are probably going to be our best negotiators.
Alright, so I walk forward. Greetings, peaceful gnomes of the hole in the ground.
Sinclair leans over to Faradul. I know, but I couldn't resist.
Cardinal just shrugged.
Ah, greetings, our gnome brother.
I've heard the most disturbing rumors that you are attacking the large folk settlements nearby.
Attacking large folk settlements? No, no! No, there's no liberation front here, brother.
Of
We're
course, of
merely
course.
a motley group of gnomes.
Well,
We don't
those.
know where we roam.
Of course, of course. Obviously, then they were lying to me to try and get me to come and, kill you for no good reason, as they wont to do.
Such is the way of the tall people. They don't respect our pointy hats and love of cobbler.
Indeed, indeed. I think a lesson needs to be taught then. For the, unrighteous persecution of the gnome folk.
You speak the truth, gnome brother. We do need to teach the tall people a lesson. Why, these lands were ours once, and we might be able to make them ours again.
How can we help?
He pulls out a flyer. Like from under his hat. You see he has a lot of these flyers, and it looks like a number of the other gnomes are, all sitting around reading similar flyers. It's titled The Book of Lorebard.
And do you want me to spread this around?
Well, you can certainly spread it around, my brother, but if you truly wish to help our people, you must find the insights our great leader has hidden in the pamphlet. It will tell you where to go.
I see. I will study it most closely then.
Excellent. The liberation of our gnomish kind is coming, brother.
Yes, and we shall of course work for the righteous liberation of all the gnomes.
Chip, chip, chip.
Chip, chip, chip. And that part turns around. That whole conversation took place in Gnomish, by the way. The real question is, besides CERN, how many of you actually understand Gnomish?
I do.
Okay, then this will be really funny when I come back to the fire. Like, yeah, so they're on the level. They even gave me this neat pamphlet that might lead us to more adventure and, righteous, enemies that require smiting, cults and oppressors and the like. Yeah, they're just being oppressed by the local government. So we should go do something about that.
All right. Gilbert,
Yes?
insight.
All right, give me an insight check. Gnomes, man. They're
Gnomes,
so
man.
fucking weird.
So,
Like, you can't tell if this guy's a cultist or if he's LARPing. They're just such a strange little folk.
all right. Well, I'll take the pamphlet, look at it, and be like, Right. And then I'll hand it back to Dern. You can read that.
No, it's okay. I already have another one. You can keep that, study it, learn its ways. I insist. Begins passing out literature to the party.
Why do I feel like Dern's gonna multi-class in a bard for some reason?
Look, man, reduce, reuse, recycle. That little fucker, Urbis, gave me an excuse at level 1, and I'm fucking cashing in.
All right, so yeah, then Sinclair returned to the gnomes and be like, "What is it that you guys need the most right now in Gnomish?"
You can see the gnomes looking between each other in surprise.
Oh, you speak our tongue, tall one.
I have many friends who are gnomes. Why wouldn't I?
Yes, you keep good company, tall one.
Only the best of company.
Excellent, excellent. Alrighty. I'm sorry, what was your question? I was distracted by your fluent speaking of Gnomish.
Yeah. Sinclair was just asking if there's anything they need, like, supply wise, to lessen the strain the infighting is causing with the other tall folk in the area.
We require additional ghillie suits.
Ghillie suits.
Yeah. Oh,
What is this?
we require small mobile shrubberies.
Ah. Forget, do we have a druid in the party?
No.
Let's see.
I do not understand this concept of hiding. You should represent the gnome people by taking these tall ones by force.
Oh, we will, our brother. We will.
Yeah, actually, I
What?
functionally do not have anything that would work in the case of a ghillie suit. I mean, I got some food.
Food is also good. We have been eating rations for a while now. They do not compare to good gnomish cobbler.
Well, I don't have cobbler. And then Sinclair will kind of look over Fairduel. How many almonds do you have?
I look around. It's like, well, I got like 2 bags on me. I mean, no pouches. So, do we want to give some?
Well, I have flour and sugar. So we could give them the ingredients to make cobbler. But it would be
Yeah.
almond cobbler. I don't know if they would. Then Sinclair will kind of turn over to Dern and be like, "Do you guys like almond cobbler?"
Yeah, generally we like all cobbler. Doesn't matter the
Okay.
type.
I mean,
I'm
cobbler
fairly
sauce.
certain as you ask that question, every gnome in the clearing all kind of jumps up and turns their head to you.
Cobbler? You have cobbler?
Well, I don't
Yeah,
have
I
cobbler.
just look towards Sinclair as I see all the gnomish eyes just immediately just like no lock on. Like I think they wouldn't mind.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, the mime scene. um. So yeah, then Sinclair would be like, "Well, I don't have cobbler, but I suppose you guys are proficient at making cobbler, right?"
You make a funny joke, tall person.
That's what I thought. So in that case, I would like to offer you this. And Sinclair pulls out two 50-pound sacks of flour, a 25-pound sack of sugar, and let's
Which are
see, I
all
don't know.
bigger than they are.
What's that?
which are all bigger than they are.
Yeah, the stacks are larger than them. And then the alchemy jug, he gets a quart of oil out of. You know, putting it in like a water skin or something, or a jar or something for them. And then asks Faradul for his almonds as the flavor. And I offer them the ingredients to make cobbler. So they'll leave the tall folks alone for a little while and buy us some time to, you know, once we get to the big kids table, actually figure this out.
Wait, are you suggesting that like the real politique isn't handled by a bunch of gnomes in the woods?
Well, I meant more once we get back and get in contact with Rurik and Sinclair can abreast him of the situation.
Alrighty.
I mean, it is a dominion, so, you know, an actual, you know, gnomish nuisance problem would be beneficial for him to be able to send and negotiate with. It is work, after all. But anyway, yeah, so I give them basically 100 pounds of flour, 25 pounds of sugar, bunch of oil, and a bunch of almonds to make cobbler.
Ah, excellent. We have cobbler. Chip, chip, chip.
All right.
And you see the gnomes just begin turning this into an assembly line of cobbler production. They're singing now.
All right. Well, I think our work here is done. The damage is damage. Let's head back to town.
Yep, all is well here.
Oh, what about the cobbler? We should probably ask them about that. Remember they stole the cobbler and the cobbler?
Oh,
So
that's right.
as we're starting to, you know, get back on the wagons and head back out, Sinclair will stop and get back down and be like, "By the way, did you guys by chance kidnap a shoemaker?"
What? Kidnap a shoemaker?
He looks around the group.
I don't see any shoemakers.
Well, it's just he went missing the same time a bunch of cobbler from a nearby village went missing, and they assumed it was you guys.
I see. So a cobbler goes missing and it must have been the gnomes.
No, not at all. It was just at the same time you guys took all the cobbler. So they thought it was you guys because of the other cobbler that was taken.
Yeah, it's just like the tall folk that think we took all their cobblers.
Did you?
No.
Sinclair's kind of standing there with his arms crossed, but not like really across, just across. Did you?
No, why would we steal a cobbler? You're starting to sound like a tall person, rather than a gnome friend.
I'm just presenting the evidence I was given. Do you have a reason that you would not take the cobbler from the nearby village?
What? What? We don't even have a reason why we take the cobbler in the first place. Don't ask questions. Chip, chip, chip.
All right. Well, we'll be on our way then.
Yes, have a good day, gnome friend. Have a good day, brother gnomes. Much safety on your path. Good luck deciphering the secrets of the lore bard.
Hope your cobbler turns out well.
Oh, it will. It will.
I can still hear you.
Walk faster then.
I have really good ears.
All right, you guys, I assume, return to the path.
Yes.
Turn to the main road, start heading back to the city.
Yep. As we discover that there was nothing amiss. On the way, studying the Book of Lorebard.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is this History Channel thing?
It's the back. That's the secrets of the gnomes.
I was gonna watch the process for 7 seconds. That's a new low.
And the gnome comes in with a folding chair.
Our people have suffered. Must end gnome persecution.
I'm sorry, this is so silly. All right, sorry, Ruffles, what were you doing?
That is the
Just following the
intro
road.
video to the gnome liberation army. Watch that on orientation day. Yes, sir, and he's got a copy of it.
All right, so we have at least one radicalized gnome in the party.
One.
I said at least.
So, what secrets can I divine from the text of Lorebard?
Alrighty.
The hidden messages of the revolution.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Well, it this flyer here is talking quite a bit about how the gnomes are an oppressed people, and how all the lands of this continent used to be theirs until the elves and the moles
Damn
and the
colonizers.
lizard people and the ape men all showed up and took this land on the world serpent from them, and how they need to restore the perfect serenity of the legendary gnomish homeland Vinderskaheldung.
Interesting.
You also find at the very end, this is part 1.
Mm-hmm.
With and then a little parentheses next to it, of a series on gnomish liberation.
Right. Well, I continue studying it.
Alrighty.
Like, especially with it being labeled Part 1, am I able to try to determine if there's any type of, like, well, what should we call it? Concealed part, like, inside the text as to how to find Part 2?
Like a cipher?
Yes.
That would be the initial insight check I had you do.
Gotcha. Okay.
And nightfall arrives. I assume you guys set up your camp.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we do set a watch.
Oh, what's your watch order?
Um. Now, since there's only 4 of us, this order.
Alrighty. Well, you guys rest for the night, and nothing untoward happens, and a new day begins.
Oh, okay. Now, at the start of the day, I would like to, in fact, cast a spell. For you see, we had leveled up previously. Now I forgot to do this. As I cast Find Greater Steed. And summon a new mount named Bird. It is a big bird.
Alright, you are now riding on the back of Big Bird.
Yes.
What kind of bird? A rock?
6 feet tall, yellow.
Sort of. I mean, it's kind of yellow.
Oh, a rock.
Uh,
With antlers.
uh-huh. Anders, there's something I should be aware of?
No, it's a choice for fine greater steed. It's a Perryton.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's just, it's a big bird with a 60-foot fly speed and flyby.
Alrighty.
Look, if I had an option for, like, a dog with wings, I would have taken that. But I didn't. And so we go with Big Bird.
Alrighty.
I think we keep heading for town.
Alrighty. All right, you guys travel the next day, passing through a few hamlets and small villages before eventually making your way back to the gates of Podunku. It's the end of a long day. The sky is overcast. It smells like there's a thunderstorm coming in.
Love that smell.
All right. Well, we'll go get our lodges.
Ah, yes, where are you all lodging?
Well, the temple, I'm sure, would take us in.
Yeah, Sinclair goes back to the inn that he stayed in last time. The Magikarp.
Alrighty. And Faradul, what about you?
Same place that Sinclair's staying. Because no to the temple. Need something nice.
Alrighty. The party splits once more.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving Dern Cern unattended, save for, I presume, Mittens, who is napping.
Yep. We left the cat behind.
Well, Mittens came with you guys. He's just the innocent bystander now.
Mm-hmm. He's napping.
Yeah, we don't have any supervision. I mean,
Well, it's 7 o'clock at night as you all make your way back to your inns or the temple. What, Sinclair?
Oh, what was I cutting out? Sorry. I said I'd send for a courier and send a message to the Grimaldi house. Let them know that we're back. and just include it basically saying mission successful with no other information. Sinclair and party are back. Mission successful.
Alrighty.
Then send the courier off, basically, and that's it.
Alrighty, the courier returns about 40 minutes later with a letter.
I take it. Give him a tip of a couple silver.
Mm-hmm. It reads, understood. The trio has provided an update as well. Thank you for your assistance. I look forward to continuing a profitable business arrangement with you all in the future.
Oh. Yeah, we'll start getting ready for the evening of, because I don't plan on doing anything else in town.
Alrighty. So, you guys bunk down for the night. Are you guys setting a watch order?
No, I'm sure the temple is secure.
We're staying in a rather nice inn. I don't
Fine.
intend to.
Yeah, same.
I mean, we're in the temple. Y'all can be where the hell y'all want. Savages.
It's because I don't want to live like a savage that I'm staying at the inn.
I have soap. We take baths at the temple.
We have like 40 pounds of soap that we stole from that first room.
Yeah. All right. So your nights begin going by. Faradul,
Yes.
what's your passive perception?
10.
Alrighty. Faradul, can you do me a favor and shoot me a screenshot of your inventory?
Why, certainly.
Wait, is that the only shit you have?
Oh, no, there's more. Hold on. I just can't get it all in one big screenshot.
Gotcha, okay.
That's it.
Alrighty.
Oh, and Feridul sleeps with Cromfair like a body pillow. So, just FYI.
Yeah, it's surprising the number of adventurers that all sleep with their best loot, holding it.
Well, of course. I mean, everything else doesn't matter. It's the hammer that's the most important.
No, I know. It's just, it's funny. It's the the wizards always sleep clutching their spell book. The fighters in their armor holding their weapons. It's just funny to me. So, you wake up in the middle of the night, Faradul. Your room is super fucking drafty right now. It's gotten a bit chilly.
Blairy, I just kind of walk out, stand up, like, where the fuck is that coming from? I take it the door's open.
Nope. The window.
The window. Go over to the window and look out and see if I can see anything afoot. Would that be like a search, investigation?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
You don't see anyone. Well, you look down, like you can see like a cat on the road. There's like an owl a ways away, but like there's no
Oh, no,
people.
Or at least things I think are people.
Well,
A cat might be a person, but
I actually, I suppose from this vantage point, you would actually be able to see that 2 streets down at the intersection, there are a pair of guards holding a lantern walking down the street.
People. All right. Now, Grant, was the window open when I went to sleep?
No.
All right, so something's fucky. I look around, see if anything's stolen.
Give me an investigation check. Uh, yeah, your adventuring gear, like your bag and whatnot, it looks like someone's gone through it and then attempt to put it back the way you found it.
All right, so I open
But
the bag.
you know your stuff pretty well.
Yeah, so I open the bag and I start taking things out and laying it all out and seeing what's missing.
You lay everything out. Nothing's missing.
I kind of just like cock my head to the side and raise an eyebrow. Like, okay. I check the important things, like they're still real. Like nothing's been replaced. Like the amulet, it's like, oh, that's still shiny, still like, attuned. Like,
Yeah,
is there a way to
still magic
determine that?
item.
Okay. I guess just kind of scratch my head, like, well, that's weird. Morning time, figure that out. Shut the window, go back to sleep.
Alrighty.
Weird fucking thieves in this town.
Well, the sun rises, a new day has dawned.
So when that happens, I meet Sinclair for breakfast, and then I bring it up that somebody visited my room, but nothing was stolen. Very confused.
Was anything added?
No. Actually, wait. Was anything added, Gilbert?
Now that you think about it, there was that small nuclear warhead with a timer on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Boom.
Grenade in your pocket.
Yeah, the whole town's gone.
Goofing aside, no, you didn't see anything new added.
No, didn't say anything new either. That's the weird part. I mean, they tried to put it all back together, like they were like trying to be sneaky about it. Which I mean, they did a pretty good job, but like, God, it's weird.
Yeah, it's your stuff. It's your pack. You'd notice regardless.
Mhm.
Well,
And I like the window caught me and woke me up, and I looked around and I didn't see anything except for like some guards, like this cat and an owl. Like no, nothing was really amiss.
okay. Well, I'll go into his room and do a thorough investigation of the window and windowsill to see if I can figure out who entered his room.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Really need that other ASI.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything.
All right. Who's the I don't think I have it written down. Let me check. The innkeeper.
The innkeeper.
Yeah, the
Yes.
proprietor of this establishment.
We'll go with. Hold on. Fucking all these NPCs I made.
Damn you, world building!
Apparently, I never named him.
That guy.
His name is Sam.
I was gonna go with Nevin for never named.
His name is Sam Nevin.
All right. Well, I'll ask him and just inciting casual conversation. What's the crime rate like here at the Magikarp Inn?
The orange carp, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
He didn't stutter.
Crime rate?
Yeah, do you get a lot of break-ins?
No.
Especially
Last
on
time.
the suites?
Oh God, no. Last time we had a break-in was. This would have been before I took over. Maybe like 30 years ago.
Well, you might want to reset that counter.
Oh, what happened?
Well, things taken, but my associate over here's room was entered, stuff gone through. So
They had nothing stolen, which is
yeah, nothing missing, but regardless, figured I'd let you know. We'll reach out to our contacts in the city and see if we can figure out what exactly is going on. But otherwise, have a wonderful day.
You too.
I give him 10 extra gold
Why?
Uh,
because I can. And to make his day a little bit better.
I feel bad about being robbed while staying at your establishment. Here, have 10 gold.
That's exactly why I said why. I'm like,
Well, I mean, it's not like I don't have money, you know.
yes, but
Yeah, Sinclair has the facial expression of why, and the innkeep is also asking why.
Perfect. My plan is working.
but fair to remember, a rich person does not give out money frivolously. Just because you have wealth. But again, you're not. You're from a different walk of life, so you're very much more sharing is caring. So no, you
Well,
weren't in the wrong to do that, but Sinclair is definitely
yeah.
giving you some odd looks, and then he's
Yeah.
debating stealing your coin purse later on, so you can't do it again.
Well, see, I share the pain and a little gold equally.
He's one of those rich rednecks that never had money. Now that he's got it, he's just throwing it around.
Secondhand line.
Yes, yes.
Great movie.
Oh, it's
mean,
yeah,
he's
great movie. We need to watch that at some point.
I mean, he was an almond, just a regular almond farmer before he tied in with us. So
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
his luck caused him to trip up several flights of stairs.
yeah,
A few deaths here, a few deaths there, and
now he has more money.
He
than
was
you
dead
with
for
the
like
Greenwood.
was dead for a whole bunch of a dungeon. You know, gained 10 years. You know, stuff like that. No,
Yeah.
man, these 2 years felt like 10.
Minor things, really.
Yeah.
But Sinclair will send for another courier and set a meeting, or send to set a meeting at the Grimwald estate, or Grimaldi estate, the Grimwald. For later in the day to talk with Rourke, and we can be reached either here or at the temple to establish the time.
Mm-hmm.
Things to discuss.
Indeed, you send your courier off.
And then we go make sure our gnomes are sleeping at the inn.
In
I
the
would assume
temple.
I would assume they'd be
Or
awake
the
at that
temple,
point.
yeah. Well, we were probably up earlier because of your bag issue.
And well, not really. It would probably just be waking up this, morning. But I mean, we'll go check. See if we can wake them up if they're still sleeping.
Sinclair make sure he has a bucket of lukewarm water.
Oh, well, that's pretty word.
I would have used ice cold.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's pretty
Oh, no,
merciful.
lukewarm water. You dip their hands in it,
Oh, you're doing that.
and then you have a bucket of ice cold water.
Ah.
Yeah, except that we're, staying in, like, the monk quarters. So we're probably up at, like, the ass crack of dawn.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but
Actually, 10 minutes before the ass crack of dawn.
Right? After spending, like, all night arguing and debating with the various monks and priests there about the prophet known as Lorbard.
Ah, okay. Well, you do find, Dern, that the local clergy are none too pleased with this so-called prophet Lorbard. Apparently, there are, in these 4 parts of the pamphlet, especially parts 3 and 4, begin delving into some insane metaphysics that the local clergy considers to be dangerous and bordering on the heretical. That is the most generous.
Right, and I use the fact that it is dangerous, it is borderline heretical. That's why Lorbard is obviously a prophet of the gods, because only a prophet would be able to bring us something like this to advance our understanding and to shift our theology into a more correct alignment with the true nature of the gods.
Oh man, you're going all fucking in. Yes, the prophet Lorbard and one of his apostles, Kool-Aid.
And,
Hold on, I'm at it.
and
I'm
assisted
at it.
by a barbarian called Angry Ron.
My god, we're getting silly up in here. All right. Yeah. You have managed to whip the local clergy into a minor frenzy. When Sinclair and Faradul and the rest of the party arrive, you have monks like debating quite loudly in the halls.
Excellent.
Where's his name? Keeper Stanet is currently nursing a beer and rubbing his forehead. He was up all night.
Well, obviously the gods led me to that gnomish cave so that I could be enlightened and to bring enlightenment to the masses.
Alrighty. You know what? Dern,
What's up?
do me a favor. Roll a
Persuasion?
persuasion or performance.
I'm going to go with persuasion. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I might have done a minor schism here.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have an interesting week.
I think we just reprogrammed the church.
Well, the local church, which is going to differ from, the wider church, which is going to result in theological differences.
It's gonna be the 100 Years' War all over
Okay,
again.
now what happens when humanity has theological differences?
Well, it starts the name calling, and then they point at each other and simultaneously start excommunicating each other.
And then they go to war.
And then there's like 100 Years' War, yeah.
Like I said.
And if we're real lucky, some guy will nail some theses to the outside of the temple walls and
I know, you could write a letter and nail it to the door
What?
like a Protestant.
Okay, nice.
All right. Yeah, too bad Pete wasn't here for our obligatory Helsing abridged dance.
Well, see, that's what he gets for missing out.
Alrighty. Yeah. The clergy here are debating now. Any plans that existed for the day have been thoroughly thrown out.
does the temple have like a local printing press?
Oh God, no.
Yes.
Well, to facilitate the debate, we should begin making copies of the Book of Lorbard and distributing them.
Yes, amongst the town. Yes.
Oh, holy Jesus fuck.
Yes. Spread the word of our gnomish brothers and how the Lorbard has freed them from oppression.
Well, I need to do a little double checking here.
I, I'll be back. I need a moment to sort some shit out in my head. One moment.
Okay. Yeah, see what happens when you leave the gnomish paladins alone for a night? We start Protestantism.
All right, so hold on. What is the church that you guys are starting this minor issue in?
Well, it's the church. Like, you know that polytheistic pantheon that we serve?
Uh-huh.
Well, the Book of Lorbard was a previously unknown prophet of these gods. And he, does some things that are borderline heretical, but only borderline heretical, right? He's pushing the envelope, and therefore must be a prophet to help realign all of our understanding of theology to be more in line with what the gods actually intend.
Ah.
And this town and this temple is a perfect place to begin its dissemination, which is obvious because otherwise the gods wouldn't have given me this book at this time.
And what kind of alignment is this prophet angling on here?
Well, Gilbert got up, so I can't ask. But, I would imagine, that, being a prophet of the gods, he must be lawful good.
Or at least lawful trolling, which I mean, fair enough. Because I'm trying to I'm trying to see if this idea amuses Faradol enough to help join in distributing materials.
At this point, with Under's role, you really don't need the help.
I'm not no, but I'm doing this both as character and because it amuses me.
We have
You know,
already turned this whole church, this whole temple, heretic
no, not the
in
whole
one
church.
night.
No, not the whole one, because it's still there's still debating going on. I'm just, do I help add fuel to this fire or not? Is the question.
We're gonna start a holy crusade.
Actually, no. We won't. I just like no poke yeah, Dern on the shoulder. Like, can I read that book there for a second?
Of course.
Excellent. All right, because I need to judge this for myself.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're making copies, so that everybody can reference it.
Exactly, but I want to see if I can get if I like the book, I'll help distribute it. Yeah,
If you like it, what do you mean? If you like it,
like I said, if I like it.
it's a book of gnomes. Of course you would like it,
Riddles not no.
unless
Yeah.
you're a racist.
One thing does not have anything to do with the other.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. The book's made by gnomes. If you don't like it, you hate gnomes.
I've been in your part. You joined the party that I was in. You need to calm down, little one.
The party is now a crusade.
No. What do the Americans call it? The police action.
Peacekeeping.
Oh yeah, peacekeeping. Yeah.
What does the Americans call it? No. Peacekeeping. Yes, that's it.
Hmm?
Okay. All right. So, what have you guys been talking about?
Well, Faradul has joined us.
No. Faradul is considering joining this amusing little heresy. Um, so he got the book from Dern, and he's reading through it to check to see what's in the book. Like, what kind of vibe does the book have in terms of like alignment, and its messaging?
Oh, okay. Hold up here. Okay. So, first of all, he only has the first flyer. Well, the first pamphlet. There are 3 more.
We're going on a crusade to find him. Search the holy books.
So, the vibe from the first one. Do you read Gnomish?
Okay, no.
Well, then you're going to have a little trouble understanding what it says.
That's a fair point. I turned the pamphlet, several ways. Like, okay, it's in Gnomish. Can you translate this to Common?
Well, yeah, because we're trying to get a copy to disseminate to all the monks and the priests and the populace. So obviously, we would be translating it into Common when we do so.
All right. So, as for the debate going on, so Dern,
Mm-hmm.
you have not started a schism or a heresy yet. However, you have taken a like fringe cultist flyer from like the the church had previously been like dismissing this as like actually just kind of crazy people stuff, but you now have the monks engaged in deep debate over the metaphysics talked about in parts 3 and 4.
Okay.
They're not really discussing parts 1 and 2 because that mostly deals with like
The rights of
gnomish
gnomes.
yeah, that it's very gnome slanted.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It was a gnomish pamphlet. And originally the whole reason behind things like lectures and seminars was because of the difficulty of reproducing written works as a means of transferring knowledge. So Dern would have been like starting these debates with like lectures and seminars, blah blah blah. That was that whole persuasion thing. Now they should get going on their own and helping provide like a translation of these theses. That's the idea anyway.
Yep. Yeah, they are now actually talking about the insane fringe metaphysics discussed in parts 3 and 4.
Excellent.
Do me a favor, give me a religion check.
Oh, I'm really good with the actual theological knowledge. Let's see here. Yep, I'm an expert in all things, religious.
Yeah. Dern, you don't know half, like even a fifth of the words these monks are throwing out. But it sounds very highbrow theology. Congratulations, you are the equivalent of a person walking into a group of nerds, making an offhand comment, and then watching as they descend into nerd debate.
The term is nerd sniping, and yes.
Yes, nerd sniping. Look, guys, we didn't start the fire, but we know it was Dern. Dern kneecappa de church. Good stuff.
Be right back.
All right. So is this what you'll be spending your day doing as Faradul and Sinclair and the rest of the party have shown up to this nerd sniping debacle?
Well, unless there's something that
Well,
more pressing.
Sinclair wouldn't stop them, but once he gets word from the courier of the meeting, he'll head off to that.
I mean,
Like the monks are debating amongst themselves. Once I've delivered the initial knowledge, I can come to your meeting and help you if you need.
No, you're fine. I mean, it's just dotting T's and crossing I's anyway, so I'm sure you'll have much more fun here than sitting in a boring room talking about numbers.
Well, I could bring a pamphlet and discuss the Book of Lorebard with them.
No, that's quite all right. I appreciate the offer.
If you're sure.
Adamantly. Like, as soon as he says, I can bring a pamphlet, and Sinclair's like, you can keep them here, it's fine. You need it to make the copies anyway, right? Right?
no. The more people we meet, the better. We should attend this big meeting you're having. Yeah,
It's not a big meeting, it's a little meeting.
but still, it's more people. We should meet them, right, Dern, and spread the word of the lore bar.
We won't be talking about religion. It's not a meeting for religion. It would be out of place and inappropriate and disrespectful.
Oh, it's always time for religion.
And back.
No.
I don't know, Sinclair. It sounds like you're going to a meeting to talk about the most powerful god of them all.
Oh, lore bar.
Money,
yeah.
money, money, money.
I worship one god. He is round, he is yellow, and he weighs a 50th of a pound.
All right. So Sinclair goes off to a meeting with Rurik. Faradul, what are you doing?
I'm waiting to get a common version of this pamphlet.
God, just like a Protestant.
No, I'm curious.
No. The Protestants, one of their big things was printing the Bible in the local language, as opposed to Church Latin. So you're basically Protestant.
Got my own axes of righteousness.
Oh man, this is getting fucking nuts. All right, Sinclair, you arrive alone at the Grimaldi house. The doorman lets you in, and the major domo escorts you to an office. It's a rather simple one. Writing desk, piles of paperwork, several ledgers, and a high back chair. Which is currently the back is facing you.
So let's look to the what did you call him? Because I keep wanting to say maitre d', but
Major domo.
the same thing.
No.
So a major domo is a chief steward of a large household.
Yeah, head butler.
Yeah, but it's a bit classier. Because it's Major Domo.
You and your fancy words.
I'm the Major Domo. You mean the big butler? The Major Domo.
Yeah, but he's outranked by Colonel Sumo.
Okay, so Major
Nah.
Domo is head butler. What the fuck is a Major D then?
I don't know.
He's a waiter.
YouTuber, an influencer, a
Oh, okay.
rapper,
Yeah, yeah.
D
Major,
is the one
a
at the
beverage.
Major D is the
You-
head of the wait staff in a restaurant. That's what it is.
Yes.
That's why I'm thinking of it, because they're head butler, head wait
I
staff.
thought the
Yep.
maitre d was the one that welcomes you when you come into a restaurant.
Yeah, those are usually the guys that are in charge of all of the wait staff.
Wait staff make me uncomfortable. I'm always uncomfortable with being served by other people.
That's their job, dude.
I know.
You need to go to bigger restaurants, then you'll be like less. Like, don't go to Perkins. Go to something that has stars.
I don't know what the fuck any of that means. I mostly
Well,
cook
well,
at
what
home.
you want is you want to go to like one of like these like super fancy ones where like every table is like 3 waiters that do nothing but stand around it and wait for to assist you,
Oh god,
staring at you as you eat
oh my
silently
God,
from the
no.
waitboard.
No,
One of them's
it's
holding a pitcher to
no.
fill your water. One of them's holding a napkin to wipe your knife.
Oh god,
that kind of place.
no, I hate that. Oh god, no. That's too fucking aristocratic.
Well, they'll all be in white tie, so.
Well, anyway, I will turn to the Domo El Regato and ask him, do you want me to wait here, or...
He shakes his head as the chair turns,
Ah!
revealing Rurik. And however the hell he looks. I forget how he looks. Describe him!
Black hair, blue eyes. He looks very much like Freeman did. Like, I didn't have much description difference between them two.
God, this feels so weird. Thank you for joining me, Sinclair.
But black hair.
Right. You can see that Rurik looks like visibly tired.
You need hit us some dragon dust?
No. Not right now. Thank you though.
No. Sinclair puts the alkane powder back.
You want to build this man? Yes, but we can't.
Well, it would appear your vault is a religious site for both the humans and the elves back in the day.
Alright, that lines up with some of the other intel I have.
Although, for anything your family had stored there, I have no idea. There was nothing there. There was a couple staffs, and Sinclair will, rummage through the bag of holding and pull out the wind staff. And this was one of them. There was another one behind a penetrable sphere, but we don't have any high-level magic users in our party to have dispelled it. So.
All right. I'll need to send more people then to investigate that later. Excellent. But there was no treasure outside of these religious artifacts?
No, there wasn't much of any wealth in there at all. Although there was a necromancer.
A necromancer.
Yeah, does the name Jalbert mean anything to you?
You can see Rourke furl his brow and think for a moment. Yes. A rogue mage from up north.
Well, he's headless now.
Oh, delightful. One less loose cannon agent in my territory.
Did liberate him of his spellbook as well. I'm sure you have some people that would be interested in that.
I most certainly do.
And Sinclair would pull out the spellbook, the Jalbert Necromancer spellbook that you.
Mhm. Do you pass it over to
Yeah,
him?
yeah. I set it on the desk so he can look at it.
Yeah, yeah. He pulls it over to him, begins flipping through it. How much would you like for it?
Information.
I can certainly do that, depending on the kind.
Who would be interested in our party since we're so new in town to break into our room and pilfer our things without taking anything? Who's the head of the Thieves Guild in the area? I'd like to break bread.
Rourke sits there a moment. I happen to have the distinction of being such a pillar of the community. None of my people have been to your inn. I can promise you that.
Well then, it would appear you have some competition. But I don't believe that's news to you.
It's not. But none of my competition should be able to know of you lot. At least none of them should be ballsy enough to try to get involved.
Well, they entered the room of our barbarian and went through his things, and well, they didn't take anything and they didn't leave anything.
Hmm.
And we were staying at the Magikarp in the suites.
Where have you lot been in town? What have your activities been?
Well, our paladins believe there was a cult in town. And they caused some ruckus over in, and Sinclair would list off whatever neighborhood that apartment area was in.
Hmm.
And they did see a individual in mask and pretty high level spellcaster at that. And that's where they got the inclination that it was a cult. And Sinclair would describe the mask because, it's third hand of knowledge at this point, but I'm guessing the mask was distinct enough that there was something describable about it that was memorable.
It's the mask itself is remarkable in its lack of distinction.
Well, that's distinctive right there.
Mm-hmm. I just figured I'd clarify it since it's been a while since the encounter.
Yeah, a mask with no distinction is distinct
Mm-hmm.
to anyone who cares.
You can see Rourke tapping his quill on the table. Hmm. Well, as for cults, I don't know of any major ones here. There's always the odd individual trying to contact beings they shouldn't, but nothing large or organized.
What interest? What
As
interest would they
for
have in a dwarf in that neighborhood?
tell me about the dwarf.
And again, secondhand knowledge. Sinclair would describe the dwarf as best that, because I'm assuming Mittens would have been the one that did the actual describing. Dern and Cern had other things they were more concerned about.
I don't know what you're talking about. We were purging cultists.
The cult. As you guys begin starting your own cult while we're having this meeting.
That sounds like Mercutio Goldhammersmith.
You know him.
I recently ensured his promotion.
Ah,
He's a good bookkeeper.
well, the best
Honest,
ones are.
make sure that the numbers coming out of the docks are actually correct.
All right. Well, do you have any direction or lead you can point us to discover more of this masked individual? From what I told, they sounded like a sorceress. Or sorcerer.
At this time, I don't have much I can give you. I'm going to have to verify some information. I'd rather not give out sketchy, half-baked detail,
Oh, no, absolutely. All in
laced in
good time.
innuendo and rumor.
Well, then my last question for the day will be, who is the highest ranking noble elf lineage in the city? I have a gift for them.
Ah, that would be competitors with House Aliana.
Friendly competition or problems?
Column A, column B.
Well, then perhaps you would like to give them this gift. And Sinclair would pull out the gold box with the Elven Princess's head in it. To prevent its pilfering, we decided to take this, and he would open it towards him. The Elven Princess Taliana? I don't remember.
This is a. Rourke stares at it for a moment. This is rather morbid.
Well, she was preserved, so.
Hmm. Well, always best to avoid the pilfering of antiquities. I
Well,
accept.
that's why I brought it, because didn't want it to get into the wrong hands, and I figured the noble elves of this area would have the most respect for this kind of gift. And if it helps break bread, more power to you.
That it may. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to take those both out of my inventory. Oh, do you know if there's a bounty on Jalbert up north?
Oh, most definitely.
Ah, okay. Well, then I'll keep this head. Sinclair puts the sack back in the bag of holding. And then let's see. Oh yeah, here, Sinclair chuckles a little bit, and I don't know if you're into keepsakes or not, but here you go. And he hands over Rourke's ledger from the original adventure. I've made my own, so I no longer need yours.
I'm sorry, Ruffles. Could you repeat? I had some stuff on my end.
Sinclair gave Rourke his ledger back from the original adventure that Rourke went on, of the wagon and all that.
Ah,
Sinclair made his own.
nostalgic.
I took you as such. And then I don't think I have anything else to cover. Nope. That do be it. Well,
Excellent.
I'll begin my own investigation into the masked individual and see what I can uncover. I'll be staying at the Magic Carp for the time being.
If my people find anything, I'll be certain to let you know.
Excellent. Oh, do you know any trusted mages in the city? We're a bit light on casting capabilities, so I need to pick some scrolls up.
There's a Arcanist Guild branch nearby. I'm certain they'll have someone who can assist you.
All right. And then before we go, I'd like to set up a line of credit through the family. You know, fluff your books, then I'll be using your name when we're buying things. Looks good on paper.
Ruffles, that should be doable, but we'll handle the paperwork for that
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah, that way if we do any interacting in city, we're using, the Grimaldi name as our creditors. One, it looks good for them because they're creditors, and two, it looks good for us because we're in with the big family.
Mm-hmm.
Then Sinclair would, nod his head.
Rourke
Stand.
nods his.
Extend a hand for a shake.
A shake is provided.
And then I'll wait for the Maitre Domo to show me out.
Which he does. Meanwhile, at the cult.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom. All right.
I love this shit.
But yeah, Dern has somehow gotten himself access to the small printing press. And manages to hey Dern, can you roll like 2d100 plus 20? You manage to get 98 copies printed before one of the monks shoos you off.
Sure.
Your blasphemous pamphlets are in your grasp.
Right. Yeah, and I've been spreading some of them around the monks.
Well, the monks are already pretty well aware of the.
Right. And then I start walking around town, and you know, it's probably like around lunchtime or something. I'll go to a local restaurant and begin posting these while also eating a lunch there, and random people on the street. Let them know about the greatness of Lorbard.
All right. Are you just doing this in general through, or are you like targeting a specific neighborhood, or?
Because I
Yeah,
have
let's target the low
pamphlets,
income.
my lectures are targeted like my proclamations and like the street lectures and the seminars are aimed towards like the lower income folk. However, I'm purposely spreading the pamphlets among the more educated classes since they can read.
All right. Give me 3 persuasion checks.
All right. Boom. Not that great, but I got the church backing me.
Well, I don't know if I'd say the church is backing you.
Church ain't stopping him. That's backing.
They were printed on the church's own printing press. See, you can see the little indentation that the press makes that you can identify its origin point from.
Fucking watermark.
Oh man.
Official church publication.
Alrighty. Yep, official.
Uh huh.
Alrighty, yeah. You spread the word and the. You know what? Roll me roll me a single D100. I can see what this result is.
1.
Holy shit! I can't believe we get to do this.
A fight breaks out.
Darn.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the poorer part of town. You've just finished giving your sermon to the folks here, and you begin walking down the street over to like the next market space. When at the corner dead ahead of you, you see a couple walking hand in hand turn the corner, and they see you, and you see them.
Is it the couple from the
Yes.
heretics, cultists?
Wait, I thought we cleared them.
The woman glares at both of you. You. As she kicks off her sandal and begins holding it menacingly.
I brandish a pamphlet of Lorbard and say, "You should read this. It will help you."
What was the name of that sandal again, Ruffles?
What sandal?
The Hispanic sandal of punishment. What's that called?
I don't know.
Hold on. Ah, yes, La Chancla.
Oh, yeah.
Dern,
Mm-hmm.
does a 13 hit you?
No.
Well, one of these sandals goes whizzing past your hat.
No, seriously, you should read this. Lorbard is, going to fix everything.
She does not seem to give a shit. She comes running at you with the other sandal.
I like her enthusiasm. Would you like more pamphlets to spread around to those you know?
God damn it.
I'm wearing plate mail, Gilbert. My AC's a little higher than that.
She keeps getting you with the sandal, but your plate just doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like smacking me with a sandal, and I'm like, does she have like any pockets I can just start shoving pamphlets into?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, I don't care if she notices. I'm not being stealthy with it.
It's not for stealthy.
It's more of an attack roll.
All right. Yeah, you managed to put the flyer in her pocket as she goes in for another swing with the sandal.
Still no.
Now, ma'am, we've already cleared you as cultists. You need to go on about your business.
She goes to
Can't
punt
carry-
you.
You can't carry any hard feelings. We were on a mission from God. Oh, my Lord.
Does a 20 hit you, CERN?
Yes, it does actually.
No, not Dern, CERN.
Oh,
Oh, she's kicking me. 20. I can shield, and no, it won't.
Do you shield?
Yes.
Oh, don't shield. Have some fun. It's a freaking commoner.
All right, fine. I'm not going to shield.
Don't antagonize her more.
Okay, not gonna shield. So yes, kick me.
She punts you into the air. You go flying back a ways, landing in a rain barrel. She smiles, satisfied with herself, and walks off with her husband.
Walks off with one sandal.
and pamphlets. I did give her a pamphlet.
She picks up her other sandal and leaves.
Just remember the teachings of Lorebard. As I like walk over and, pull CERN out of the water barrel.
What is wrong with people? You tell them they're not cultists and they get mad at you. I do not understand these tall folk.
That's why we have to bring them the wisdom of Lorebard.
Okay.
Once they fully embrace, the word of Lorebards, then they will understand.
We need to find a place to make more copies.
Well, I think once we get the populace a taste for, Lorebard, they will clamor for more. And we won't have, and we'll be free then to move on to the next town to continue spreading the good word.
Right, yeah.
And so, we probably spend the whole day doing this, right? Just like going around town, spreading pamphlets and the good word of Lorebard to the masses.
Indeed. Apparently so. Well, you guys are off fucking doing that. Faradul, what are you two doing?
I don't know. Because we're back in the main city.
Yeah, we're back in Bonaku.
I'm reading one of the
I
pamphlets.
could use an angry bodyguard. That would be helpful.
All right, I can assist
Stand there and look menacingly.
and then visit the old party members at the after.
Well, you would have been with me when we seen Rourke.
I'll be right back.
All right. Faradul, what are you doing?
I'm reading one of the pamphlets, like I said.
It's oh right, that's right. They turned it to common.
Yes.
So Faradul,
Uh-huh.
the first pamphlet, it speaks of well, it kind of talks about the creation myth and the world scheme,
Mhm.
the big serpent that the world exists on, that kind of stuff, and how at one point all of this land, this great, belonged to the gnomes at the after the gods created everything, and then it got ruined by the elves and the mole people and the cat people and the axolotls and the ape men,
Hey, I'm an
and that
ape
this
man.
and that this wonderful, wonderful, perfect paradise was ruined, and that if the gnomish people work together with those of true faith in the gods, that you'll be able to restore this paradise to the world. They call it Vinder Skapeldunk, the gnomish homeland.
Ah, okay. So it mentioned something about almonds and it insulted me by calling me ape man. So I'm just gonna, get rid of it, and I'm not gonna help spread the pamphlets. I have decided. Then I'm going to get some lunch.
Well, every place you go has these flyers all over it.
That's
You,
okay.
you have 98 flyers. I don't think you have flyers all over it, but they are present.
No, they're actually just going in front of him and making sure that there are flyers wherever he goes.
That's amusing. But no, I then get to me a nice lunch and enjoy the day with a sky no a glass of beer or mead.
Indeed. Much tasty. Very good.
Yes, and then I just kind of tilt my nose up at the pamphlets I see that don't mention the glory of almonds or insulting me. So yes.
All right. All right. So Faradul's just having a nice day being a normal fucking member of society.
I was going to join in with the trolling, but now,
He was insulted,
yes.
so he needed to eat almonds and salt.
All right. So, Faya and Sinclair, what are you two getting up to?
Oh, I'm gonna go pick up some spell scrolls of identify. Based on Brurk's recommendation. Go to whatever shop he said. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah. There's a branch, the local Arcanist guild. You were able to do so buying the stuff.
Faye's just hanging out and vibing.
Oh, I'll need you in a moment after I buy the spell scrolls of identify. Then I'll spend time casting them all, and since they're spell scrolls, I don't have to frickin' ritual cast. So I'll pop all the spell scrolls and identify the bracers and the windstaff.
Bracers of defense.
Okay. And then the wind staff.
1 second, I need to open up my
Yep, you're good.
Cobalt Press Vault of Magic PDF because my dumbass didn't, take it out of there yet.
Faye, are you full up on magic items?
On magic items?
Yeah, are you full of attunement slots?
Let me just pull up my character sheet. So it looks like I only got 2 attuned.
Do you want bracers of defense?
That's one of the 2 that are attuned.
Oh, you already have some. What about Fair
What about me?
How many attunement slots do you have filled?
Check.
Yeah, they'd be great with the barbarian.
Yeah, it's like you guys already have a shit ton of AC, but if they're already full up, then we'll dump it on the paladins because that's
I
just
have
funny.
2.
What's up?
I'm using 2.
You're using 2? Perfect.
Yes.
Do you have bracers of defense as one of those?
Negative.
All right, add the bracers of defense.
Hell yeah.
Plus 2 AC. Or plus 1? I forget.
You don't wear armor or use a shield?
He's a barbarian. He probably
Yeah,
wears
you're both barbarians.
Yeah, that's plus 2.
That's right.
Oh,
Perfect.
and that's not wearing. At least on mine, it says wearing no armor.
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
wear
yeah, that's
armor.
right. You have splint, don't you?
No, I have plate.
Oh,
Half plate.
Why do you have half plate as a barbarian?
Because we went over that before.
I don't think he has it built well for unarmored defense. Remember, he's
Oh,
an average guy.
oh yeah, he doesn't have his dex and con aren't that high.
Okay, if you put your thing to unarmored defense and add the bracers, is it higher or the same?
One second.
Yeah, no worries.
Because if it's the same, I would take the armor off because
Yeah,
you have
more mobility.
your
better stealth.
mobility and better and your rage
Oh
bonus.
no, half plate's. I forget, is half plate
You
a stealth?
can't rage in heavy armor.
Well, it's not heavy. It's
Yeah,
medium.
half plate's medium. Again, why he's not wearing plate.
It will go up.
It would go up. Yeah, then you're better off dropping the half plate, wearing the bracers of defense.
Excellent. Then I'm more sneaky now too.
Mm-hmm. Well, there we go. So yeah, we'll give those to you later. You can tune to them tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just put them on your sheet. We'll assume there's no issues. I mean, Faye and I aren't going to do anything incredibly stupid. All right, you got those?
Yep, I got 'em.
All right. You want me to put the half plate in the wagon?
Yeah, put the half plate in the wagon.
Yeah, just in case. It's always good
Yeah,
to have a backup. Don't ask me why we have 6 sets of studded leather.
Oh, and add a shield to the equipment in the wagon too.
Okay. Is it special or just a shield?
Just a shield.
Okay, no.
I just had that as a backup in case I had to switch to something else, like a one-handed weapon. But with the bracers of defense, I can't use a shield either. So
Yep. But a little AC buff never hurt.
oh no,
How much did it go up?
just like well, I did believe 2 points.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Such a good movie, Mister.
I know, right?
There you go, Ruffles.
Okie dokie. Noted. Okay. So Rurt said that he didn't know anything about the break-in or the masked figure, or at least not that he was ready to reveal.
Yeah,
So
nothing he's ready to reveal on the mass figure. He's got to confirm some
yeah, so Sinclair
stuff.
would like to do for the remainder of the day. Oh, also, how many spell scrolls of Identify did they have available?
Available, they had. One second, I look at my tables. They had 8.
Okay. And I used 2, so I have 6 for now until Pete's around and we can spend a bunch of downtime just churning out endless scrolls of Identify, and then we'll never need them again. Makes a bunch of spell scrolls of Identify. DM stops giving magic items.
Yeah, I've always been kind of stingy with them.
I was being sarcastic. You're not that stingy. All right.
I'm hearing DM, please be stingier. Okay, players, if you want me to.
All right. Third order of business, I need to find a fine craftsman woodworker.
Okay, that's doable.
And I'd like to buy a very nice box to put some wine in. Just enough
That
to
is
hold 2 bottles.
that is doable.
And then after buying the box, I'll find a courier and send it to Rourke. 2 of the fine wine bottles from the Elven stores in the dungeon.
Alrighty.
And so yes, let's begin the investigation. I'm gonna start looking for, like, starting in that neighborhood where Dwarf died. I don't have his name, so I can't remember. Did you put that in chat, Gilbert? The
Oh,
dwarf they
yeah.
rezzed? Yeah. Starting in the neighborhood, they told us they, found this dwarf and the masked figure. Sinclair is going to start going and just, sidewalk perusing, not door to door.
The sidewalks looking for what?
Perusing, talking with the eyes and ears of the city. Street urchins, kids, beggars.
Yeah. 1 second. Give me 3 persuasion checks.
All right, I will also be spreading the wealth with 300 silver.
All right, give yourself advantage.
3 persuasions. Just verifying, you said persuasion?
Yeah.
Right.
So you are getting a lot of nobody saw nothing, and a lot of people don't even know what you're talking about. But
Yes.
as you spend the day talking with folks, you are getting a lot of, I guess, what amounts to like urban legend. Like I was stumbling home once, and like I swear I saw a man watching me from the rooftops type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One moment.
Does this come with any vigilante or crime, or is it just they seen a dude on the roof?
So what you're getting? Sorry, my brother was dropping by. He needed the laundry room, so he tossed all my shit in here. um,
That's why you keep a box of crayons, and when he does that, just throw one at him. Thanks for bringing my laundry. Here's your snack.
right. But
Yes.
so you're getting a bit of you're getting a bit of both. Like some people are saying they've allegedly seen or heard a figure creeping around, like they're trying to get into places. Uh, one kid swears he saw this dude like absolutely off a couple of less than reputable dock workers.
All right. Well, then I'll start, after spending some time there, I'll start going into the near neighborhoods, going up and down in income and doing the same. Unless that 3 was the whole day. So,
That 3 is the whole day.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I suppose we started at half of the day, so. Well, in that case, then back to the inn.
Oh, one other thing I should explain. So it sounds like most of these sightings are being seen by people like on their way back from work or early in the morning before they go to work. Uh, with the largest concentration being in the southwest section of the city.
Ah, okay.
It's one of those things where it's like, his character's insightful enough and skilled enough that would become apparent.
Well, got somewhere to figure to go now. So on the morrow, we'll begin there. But yeah, me and Faya. Now, Faya, you probably understand why I brought you with me. Doing a little Q&A in the shadier part of town. Throwing money around.
Gotta make sure no one kills or kidnaps you.
Oh, they'd be hard pressed to do either. I'm more of a menace than Twidget is, trust me.
Who the fuck is Twidget?
But yeah,
Someone that kills anyone who knows about him. That's why no one knows about him.
you're not half wrong.
Twidget's like one of those is like some gnomish Saturday morning cartoon character where they're constantly getting involved in shit above their. It's like their version of Johnny Quest.
I would lean towards there's laboratory, but each their own. He does get up to shenanigans often.
Well, plus it's that old Hanna-Barbera cartoon where like they actually straight up fucking murder people.
Yeah, that's true.
People
right.
die in that show.
So let's go back to the inn, meet up with Fairduel, give him the bracers,
Huzzah!
store his armor, find Dern and Cern, and make sure they haven't burnt anybody's house down. I'm assuming we can just follow the flyers.
Oh yeah.
And if they're content, I'm content. Back to the inn for another night.
Well, before we get to that, at the end of this day, after Dern and Cern, you guys are spreading out these flyers.
Yeah.
It's getting late. You guys are getting ready to head back to the church when you hear psst, psst, psst. Hey, guys, brothers.
Brothers.
Yes, brothers.
Hiya, Georgie.
You see a couple of gnomes peeking out from an alley. What the hell are you guys doing? Passing out the flyers to all the tall folk.
We are educating them, bringing them to the light of Lorbard. Soon, everyone will know of his greatness.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing. Why? You're doing good work. Real up and comer like you might do really well in the well, you know. You know what I'm saying?
The church?
What? No, not the church.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. I take it you haven't gotten very far up the initiation. If you're still this rusty with clandestine operations.
My talents tend to lie in the more overt.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. You guys got that got all that armor. Yeah, no. If you need any help with the more underhand stuff, get in contact with us.
Of course. How do I do that?
Oh, just approach any of the, the gnome holes, yeah?
Yeah.
Just go into any of the gnome holes and ask for, Serp and Derp. They
Cunning.
mostly got us running, you know, errands, gopher type stuff. So, you need any help, you let us know.
Indeed, I shall. Would you like a pamphlet?
Yeah, sure, brother. I'll take one.
I give him a pamphlet.
And these two gnomes sneak off into the alley.
What upstanding citizens. See,
Yes, because upstanding citizens are often described as sneaking off into alleyways.
and talking about clandestine operations. Yes, yes, but it's like slap CERN. So like, see, CERN, we're not alone in this. We got plenty of allies, and those working for the good cause.
Right, right, okay. Still, I think you may be starting a holy war, brother.
All right. And you guys make your way back to the church.
Yes.
Oh, presumably meeting up with Sinclair and Fea, who are, I believe you said you guys were trying to track them down.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, following them, making sure they didn't burn any houses down. Because the
I am offended
previous
by that.
cult issue. You have no idea why I'm seeking you out.
I'm already you're already on my watch list
Or what?
as racist to little people. I'm watching you.
Sinclair loves gnomes. I'm genuinely confused at where this distrust is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, out of character.
Oh no, out of character. Okay. Oh, out of character. Why does CERN think
Yeah,
that?
like, I'm genuinely confused. Sinclair has not done anything.
Oh no, it's not Sinclair. I'm sorry, it's not Sinclair. It's Faradul. Faradul. I'm sorry. Faradul's the racist.
What
Oh,
has
not racist.
Faradul done?
He's not racist. He's speciesist.
What has he done?
Apparently, being insulted by the pamphlet was enough.
Exactly. He should accept the glory of Lorbar.
He insulted me in the pamphlet.
You should accept that you're flawed, take the insult, and accept it, and apologize.
No. I'm the one with the hammer. I don't have to make apologies.
Shed the blood of your party members. Strike them down and become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Oh, sorry. Some of my almonds apparently have some, spice melange on them. Adds to the flavor.
Yes, listen to the spiced almonds. They tell you to commit betrayal, treachery. The next time you see Sinclair, hit him with the hammer.
Pretty sure I would kill Faradul in a fight.
The
He's
next
not
time
insulting me
you
in the
see
pamphlet.
Fea, hit Fea with a hammer.
Now that'd be a fight I'd pay to watch. Because of Fea's bullshit. And
Ooh,
Faradul's
you're humanoid! Yay!
Yeah, no.
Anyway, yeah. Catch up with Dern and Cern. No houses are burnt down. They're happy disseminating their pamphlets. And we go back to the inn to retire for the evening.
Indeed, you all retire for the evening. You guys setting a watch order?
No, the church is trustworthy.
Yeah, I think we will set a watch. We'll stay in the suite with all of our doors open and have somebody up. Actually, Faya, Faradul, which one of you has the higher passive?
Well, I have 10.
Faya?
I have
8?
no. I'm 13.
13? Okay.
That's -2 whiz, but I'm proficient in perception.
Alright, do you mind making a con save staying up on first watch? Or 2 con
Ooh,
saves?
con save. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah,
Alright.
no problem.
Yeah, we'll just let you sleep in the morning after so that you get a full long rest.
So it's 2
Yeah, one
con
second. Let me get
save.
the there. All right, so Faya's gonna stay up a little bit longer to make sure that the watch is fully covered. Exhaust herself a bit. And I recommend we put all of our packs in the common room of the suites.
Oh, of course.
And then we go to sleep, Gilbert. That is our watch order.
Faradul.
Yes.
It is early in the morning
Mm-hmm.
when you hear the sound of ceramic on wood coming from one of the rooms.
Well, I go investigate the noise.
Indeed, you walk into the room and you can see a black cat sitting on the desk, pushing a ceramic pot towards the edge. The cat is making sustained eye contact with you as it steadily pushes it closer to the edge.
Well, I get closer to the desk where the cat is to pick up the cup.
The cat pushes it off and makes a bolt for the window.
Well, that's just rude. Oh, wait a minute. Was that window open when we went to sleep? I do love that cat. Much amusing. Was that window open when we all went to sleep, or is this another case of random window opening?
I think we would have had all of the windows shut.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so another case of weird window opening. So I'm gonna go after the cat. I'm gonna chase after it.
All right, on to the rooftops.
Yes, indeed.
All right. What's the best way to handle chasing a cat? One moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm not quiet getting out. I'm like, yeah, fucking cat's stealing shit. Screaming out before I go out the window.
The cat hasn't taken anything. It literally just pushed like a ceramic container off the desk and broke it.
I'm connecting it to before, so.
Ah, gotcha.
Cat.
So he hollers to wake the party.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So you're pursuing this cat.
Yes.
Let's see. What's your movement speed?
Well, right now it is 40.
Alright, so you're able to keep pace with the cat. So, as you guys are hauling ass across the rooftops, give me an acrobatics check.
Roger that. I'm just gonna check something here real quick. Let's hear. Okay.
Alright. Yep. You two are dodging across the building, jumping a gap between two as you keep chasing after this thing.
All right. How long till we are up and Sinclair would figure out their location and window based on Faradul's yelling?
6 seconds tops.
Okay. Well, in that case, I grab my longbow and go over to the window.
Yeah, you can see Faradul chasing a cat across the roofs.
All right. I shoot the cat.
Make an attack roll.
Distance?
80 feet. That hits.
.24 silver piercing.
All right, the cat explodes in a thermonuclear detonation. The cat disappears in a puff of gas.
Mm.
Your arrow clattering onto the rooftop.
And I just stopped, like, the fuck?
You turn back and see me standing in the window with a longbow.
No, I got that part. I'm just more like wondering, like, why did the cat disappear in a pout? No, like a puff of gas. Kind of just like poke around that area to be like, is it still there, invisible? Maybe.
Investigation check. You find no evidence of the cat save the arrow that struck it.
Well, I pick up the arrow and walk back to Sinclair. Here's your arrow. That's weird.
Well, it was a familiar.
Never saw them disappear in a puff of gas, I don't think.
That's what happens when they die.
Ah. Yeah, I'm saying I don't think I've seen that happen before. I don't think. But anyway.
I don't think Faradul's actually ever seen a familiar.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So now the question is, who is spying on us with familiars?
Yes, but that does narrow it down for my next conversation with Rourke.
Indeed.
Somebody who's a caster, and they have a black cat as a familiar. He seems to be well connected. That might open up some avenues. But today we have a neighborhood to investigate for the masked figure. Why don't we finish our rest and get up early.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, we'll close the window again. Sinclair and Faya go back to bed.
Very doable. As you go back into your room, you can see, kind of sticking out a different window, is a flyer.
Yay. I go take the flyer. And look at it.
It reads The Book of Lorebard.
I add
Part
it to the
1.
collection.
Alrighty. But you guys finish your rest. And a new day begins. So what are you all doing today?
Following Sinclair.
Spreading the good word.
Yeah, how's the debate going?
The monks are still going at it.
Well, they probably don't need me at this point for it.
Yeah. Although it sounds like the Orthodoxy is doing pretty well. Possibly. It's hard to tell, given that you're not very good at religion.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have a +3 in it.
Yeah, give me a religion check.
I should be rolling the religion check.
Actually, yes, you do kind of have a better handle on this part. So it does, in fact, sound like the orthodoxy within the church is arguing quite strongly. You don't think that your pamphlet has really stuck with the clergy for the most part. Like it's been a delightful, theological side tangent, but the orthodoxy does seem pretty well established here.
Coward.
Hmm?
The DM don't want to have the geopolitical issue of a new cult sweeping the nation, sweeping his world. So he's gonna nip it in the bud right here.
That's not what's going on here.
Yeah. Well, do I think that this could be swayed with some proper rhetoric?
It's possible.
Okay, then I would like to, find some of these some of the borderline orthodox, reformed monks that are kind of siding more towards orthodoxy, and talk to them about and debate, the Book of Lorgar, using basically just pure.
Legally just state we don't want Games Workshop suing us.
Persuade them to our side.
Right, sorry. Which ones are you going to?
So the guys are like on the border between Orthodoxy and like the Reformed version of it, and an attempt to use like rhetorical argument with them to try to convince them of the superiority of the Lorbard position.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
I will assist. I have proficiency in that as well, so I will help.
Okay.
Oh my
Well, it's a good thing you helped.
I mean, for real.
Honestly, if you had failed that like super badly, I would have been like, "Wow, that's actually a really good argument for the orthodoxy. Thanks for returning us to the right path."
Uh-oh. Didn't do that.
All right. So, yeah. So, your conversation with a couple of these disaffected monks. You think that you've made some impact on them.
Good. And then, like, I probably spent, like, what, a couple of hours doing this?
Yeah.
All right, then I go off to find Sinclair and company and see what they were getting up to.
Perfect timing. I just inhaled incense.
Why would you do that?
Because I picked it up to move it, like my incense holder. And the fucking smoke wafted straight in my mouth as I was breathing in. Like, just absolute bad luck. I've been coughing since I said be a minute.
Puff, passing out.
I know! It's well, the thing is, like, smoking and smoke are two different things.
That is very true.
I wouldn't know.
Have you ever been around a bonfire, Gilbert?
Yeah, I'm referring to the smoking part.
Yeah, smoking is nothing like that smoke.
I'll
It's
take your word
smoother.
for it.
Yeah, it's much smoother. Whether it's a cigarette or weed, it's smoother, much smoother than just, raw carbon floating in the air. But anyway, well, at the ass crack of dawn after Faradul's shift is over, we're gonna wake up and go investigate that neighborhood where the most sightings were.
So we got a new cultist quest.
No, not a cultist. More likely a countering thieves guild to Rourke's faction. It's a faction of thieves. I mean, it's close enough to cultists for you.
I mean, taking out thieves is always a good act, so sure.
So, you guys head down to the southwest side of town.
Mm-hmm. And before we get there, I cast See Invisibility on myself. And hang on, let me see how many I have. And on Faradul. Actually, hang on. Faye and Faradul, which of you is faster in terms of climbing and running?
I mean, I can fly.
Faradul it is. I forgot you have the whistle.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have my flying mount. Big Bird.
But you're not here yet.
Okay.
We're going out at the ass crack of dawn. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, you
Missed
would
that
have
part.
been the first person, just because of that speed. But Yeah, so I cast see invisibility on myself and Faradul, and then I cast invisibility on myself.
So run that by me again.
I am casting see invisibility on Faradul and Sinclair. I am then casting invisibility on Sinclair.
All right. So you guys go to this rundown southwest corner of the city. This actually puts it relatively close to where you guys, like a 15-minute walk from your ship.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose I haven't checked in on them in a while. Problem for tomorrow. They're fine.
As a large explosion occurs in the docks. Your
Well, I mean,
ship is
basically, they're like a pleasure yacht crew at this point. They're no longer, conscription soldiers or anything like that. They just go to wherever the rich folks take their ship and wait in port for them. Okay, we're close to the docks, though.
yeah, it's like a 10. Wait, no, not even that. Like, yeah, no, not even that. If you stood on the roofs here, you could see your ship.
Well,
Yeah, no,
our
I don't
goal
know
is
why
to
I
get on
thought.
the roofs, so we probably can see our ship.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys scurry up onto the roofs. It's not too much trouble. There's plenty of scaffolding and whatnot. There's enough old school Assassin's Creed bullshit to get up there. But you guys are up on the roofs. You can see your ship along with a couple of crummy looking dinghies in this shitty part of the docks, along with the sprawling, much nicer sections of docks to the east.
Obviously, where our ship is docked.
Actually, you guys docked it in kind of close to the crappier area.
Well, we'll have to arrange to have our ship moved then. But yeah, we're looking for shady individuals in masks.
All right. Those of you who are taking part in like keeping an eye out, roll me a couple of perception checks. Like each one of you make two.
Does that make
All right.
Just Faye and Sinclair are looking.
Fair duel.
all right.
Yeah, you're looking. I know you don't have a great perception, but you're still looking.
Or not.
Faradul swears he sees the cat again.
Cats in my daydreams.
So, Thea and Sinclair, you guys are looking around when you both spot at the same time a couple of gnomes, a dwarf, and a halfling kind of like scurry out from behind some stuff over to the side of a building where they lift up a wood section of paneling and dip in to into it.
Like a hidden entrance of some sort.
Precisely.
All right. Well, I'll note the location and keep looking for our masked individual. We'll circle back to that once we have the full party.
All right, you guys are doing that. Another hour passes.
All right. See, invisibility and invisibility are gone.
Mm-hmm. You hear the sound of movement behind you as a man kind of climbs up some scaffolding with a hammer in his hand, some nails, and it looks like some shingles. Kind of looks your way, kind of waves acknowledging you, and then starts getting to work on the roof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll give him a curt nod back and carry on with the vest and the clipboard mentality. Official business, move along.
Mm-hmm. How about you guys toss me some more perception checks?
All right, 1 second.
How many more perception checks?
2 each.
Pretty nice rolls all around.
Yeah, you guys do not spot anything this next hour. Well, nothing unusual.
All right.
But
Yeah, well,
you can see Dern and Cern beginning to approach and rendezvous with you.
all right. Yeah, I was going to say otherwise we can go back and collect them if they're still debating. But either way, yeah, we'll be combining the party. And yeah, we'll head for that little hidey hole.
All right, you head to the little hidey hole. The wood there, you can see kind of scratched into the stone next to it is an eye with a gnome hat on top of it. Like an eye is in an eyeball.
So the Illuminati symbol.
No,
I forget what it's called, but with a gnome hat.
no. The Illuminati symbol, the eyeball would be inside of the gnome hat. This is an eyeball with a gnome hat sitting on top of its head.
Ah, okay. So instead of the all-seeing eye, it's the gnome-seeing eye. All right. Well, we'll open it.
All right, you open it. You can see that this opens up into a. You can see the. Oh,
We got to
man.
play Jackbox at some point.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
You can see this opens up into a cellar. Well, more accurate, looks to have been a sealed off cellar. You can see a couple of torches in here, and these gnomes and dwarf and halfling that you see in here are talking. You see them each holding little pamphlets of the Book of Lorebard. Looks like they're like comparing notes.
Well, Sinclair, sighs a little and looks down at Dern and, well, I think you should take this one. Under you here.
I'm sorry. I just.
We encountered a meeting in secret of the lore bard. There's a couple of gnomes, a halfling and a dwarf, all comparing notes in their pamphlets.
Ah. Well, I just walk in then.
Oh God, we've been discovered! Run!
Greetings, brothers.
Oh, never mind, never mind. No, nobody run. Everybody, everybody, sit down, settle down. Hello, gnome brother.
Greetings. I just happened to stumble upon your little meeting here about Lore Bard and felt that it would behoove me to join in.
Yes, excellent. More who are trying to find the secrets of our lore bard. Yes.
Yes, indeed. I have been plumbing the depths for some time, and while also spreading the word so that others may know of his greatness.
Excellent, excellent. With enough collaboration, we'll be able to figure out this this riddle or cipher.
Truly.
Uh-huh.
We'll keep watch.
Well, we've been looking over this, and well, we're not entirely certain how. We're not really great at this kind of stuff, but we think there's some kind of cipher in the pamphlet itself. We were told by the guy who gave this to us that if we can figure out with all four parts the secret message, the path to paradise will be revealed to us.
That does sound like a worthy goal. Perhaps I can help. And I just sit down and join them, completely forgetting about the whole Thieves Guild thing and helping them decipher this pamphlet.
All right, give me an insight check at advantage as you guys compare notes and try to find the cipher in pamphlets 1 and 2 because they have a second pamphlet.
Ah.
So, Dern, you discover something.
Indeed.
You've spotted it.
The ears on the eyeball?
No, the cipher. It's cleverly hidden, carefully disguised. If you look at the illuminated letters starting each page of this pamphlet, it reads, "Meet midday."
Meat midday.
Yes.
Meat as in to gather, or meat as in animal product?
As in meet as in to gather.
I see.
That's pamphlet 1 and pamphlet 2.
Right. I think we need the third pamphlet and maybe the fourth one to figure out where we're supposed to meet.
Oh, that would make sense, but well, the only way we know of to get the other pamphlets is we have to find someone who's already been initiated. We have to prove that we're worthy, and then they'll give us the pamphlet, which we can use to decipher all of this.
Indeed. Do you happen to know of any?
No, I don't know anyone who's more initiated than the lot of us. That's part of the trial.
Right.
For a second there, I thought it said eat midday.
Oh, hey, there was this one thing I was supposed to ask you guys when I came in here. Some friends of mine were asking about it. Do you know anything about some thieves guild in town?
A thieves guild?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Why would thieves have a guild?
I know it's ridiculous. My friends just asked me if I could ask you guys. That's all. So I'll just let them know that, yeah, you had no idea. Yeah, these are all, ununionized thieves in town.
No, they're unionized. It's just not a guild.
A guild of calamitous intent.
Right, gentlemen. But what do you say that we split up from here and meet the next day while we look and see if we can find anybody that is more initiated than us? What do you guys say?
I'm distracting him with memes.
Yes, but what do you all say? You all being Fea, Faradul, and Stern, the silent majority of the party.
Fea, Faradul, and I went back outside.
Yeah, they sent the gnomes in alone.
Yeah, we opened the door, seen the meeting. Sinclair turned to Dern and said, "Well, this is your
I'm
pickle."
sorry. Were you talking to the other initiates?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so used to that question being asked to party members. It didn't occur to me that you could possibly be speaking to NPCs.
Yeah, this whole conversation's with the NPCs.
Yes.
Yeah, remember I said we'll go outside and stand watch?
Well, we certainly could. But where should we go?
Well, I mean, if you can't meet here, we can always meet at the church.
No, we should meet at the church.
Why? What's wrong with the church?
We gotta keep the revelation secret. We were told that if we spread it too loudly, those without proper faith, without the eyes to see, they would try to stop us.
Oh, the monks seemed pretty engaged with it when I brought it up with them. I think the church is on our side here. I think we're good.
Oh. Huh.
I mean, I can understand caution and all of that, but don't worry, the church is the good guys. We can trust them.
Dern, give me a persuasion check. Man, this is getting so off the fucking reservation.
There was a reservation?
Look, man, I wasn't I wasn't expecting you to do what you did.
Well, I suppose you make a pretty good point. I guess we could go there.
Excellent. Then I shall see you gentlemen on the morrow.
See you tomorrow.
And then I leave. I'm like, hey guys, great news. This is me now addressing the party. Yeah, with my friends in there, we were able to decipher some of the secrets of Lorbard. We're going to meet together up at the church tomorrow.
Excellent. I'm sure you'll enjoy that.
Oh, I'm sure I will. But in the meanwhile, we need to get our hands on the parts 3 and 4 of the pamphlet. See, we only have parts 1 and 2 here.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
I have something for you for that too, if you're willing to help.
Naturally.
Right. So you need to look for some gnome holes, and need to ask for Serp and Derp. They'll be able to help you out with this, but I'm not sure which ones or where they're located, so we'll have to look around a bit.
All right.
Now, is this where Sinclair says because he knows the city that, wait, isn't there a bar called the Gnome Hole?
Is there a bar called the Gnome Hole?
There is not a bar called the Gnome Hole.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah. Sinclair only has about half the city mapped out, but I think the Gnome Hole would stand out.
Gnome themed bar and Cabernet Club.
Pretty much.
The Gnome Hole Tabernacle and Grill.
No, the First Baptist Bar and Grill is still always going to be my favorite.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, totally not a thieves guild. They were just going over the pamphlets for Lorbard.
Well,
Totally upstanding. Nothing to worry about here.
I wasn't looking for a thieves guild. I was looking for somebody who might be stepping in on the local thieves guild. But
Oh,
regardless,
yeah, they didn't even know anything about a thieves guild whatsoever. They thought the idea of a guild of thieves to be somewhat counterintuitive.
Well, that makes me think they're pretty upstanding citizens then.
But what if that's what a thieves guild would say?
But would
They don't say it in
But would
thieves
an aspiring thieves guild, be engaged with the theological debate of the day?
Absolutely not.
Perfect cover.
No, it's an absolute waste of time. If you're not making money off of it, then the con is pointless.
The long con.
Even those.
Is that a height crack?
Oh, what?
Speciest.
Right. Well, so any idea where we should look for gnome holes?
Well, I can ask around for you. You check your sources, I'll check mine.
I just did. You're my source, Sinclair.
I'll be right back.
Oh. Well,
This is why I come to you with these types of problems.
yeah, I'll ask around.
Great.
Oh, here. I'm probably going to regret this, but I think it's hilarious, out of character. Um, Sinclair, just amused by your guys' insistence on this lore bar stuff. He gives you 2 spell scrolls of enhanceability.
Ah, excellent. These will surely come in handy. Oh, while we're discussing our inventory, I still have this 100 feet of silk rope. Did you need any of it?
Oh, no, I already restocked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I keep 2 or 3,000 in the bag of holding. I have 15,000 on the ship. Oh yeah, I forgot to mark that off. Should have 100?
That's what I have. No, sorry. The
100
other zero
pounds.
was hidden. The other zero
Yeah.
was hidden around thing. It is in fact 1,000 feet of
Yeah.
silk rope.
I was gonna say, yeah, because it's like I wouldn't have cut it to 100 feet for you. Actually, I probably would have because short joke.
Not back.
But yeah, no, you can hang on to that. I already restocked.
Okay.
So yeah, since we're so close to the ship, Sinclair is gonna go pay Captain Bala to a visit, see how the crew is doing.
And I will begin engaging in a survey of local sewer infrastructure.
All right, Sinclair, you go check on the ship. Things are going well there.
All right.
They've had to scare off a couple of ne'er do wells during the first 2 nights, but since then they haven't had any issues.
Yeah, and how many do we have? We have 5 officers, 27 sailors, and 5 marines. So that would be 37. So I will give them 5 of those bottles of elven wine, and I'll give the captain 5 of them, and be like, "Here, this is for dinner tonight for the crew and you. It's spoils from our adventure."
Many thanks, sir.
And also, someone from the Grimaldi estate will be here to pick some stuff up for a line of credit. So Sinclair goes, down into the hold and pulls out 5,000 platinum pieces and brings a lockbox up and gives it to the captain. And is like, make sure they get this.
Of course, will do, sir.
Also, if you hear anything about Lore Bar, just ignore it.
I don't know what that is, sir, but I will do just that.
Excellent. All right. And then I think Sinclair will go back to the room for part of the day and spend some time with the mahogany box that the staff of the Four Winds came in. and
Mm-hmm.
line it with lead. I mean, it's already in the bag of holding, but he just, wants to double down.
Yeah, yeah.
Since I've got, 20 square feet of lead.
Gotcha.
So, spend part of my day with, all of my crafting skills. I don't make checks if you want to see if there's a mishap.
Mm-mm.
All right. And, then we'll just wait on the phone tag.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I
Dern?
would also, for the phone tag, would also send a courier with a somewhat cryptic message to the Grimaldi estate. Looking for 3 and 4. If you come across them, let me know.
You want to PM me what that means?
Pamphlets 3 and 4.
Hmm.
I'm sure it's cryptic enough that Rurik would understand because of the prevalence of the pamphlets that have all of the sudden sprung up in his city in the last 2 days since our party has been back.
Coincidence.
Hearsay. So I figured that would be enough for him to understand.
Alrighty.
I mean, considering the extent of his eyes and ears, that
Mhm.
could be on his radar. If it's not, then if he sends back a question mark, I'll have to go have a meeting with him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd probably spend the rest of the day. Oh, what? I'm investigating in the magic side of the world. Since that masked figure was obviously a caster, maybe they have predominance in the magic circles of the city. Like, how you're looking for somebody who is a really good sniper, you check all the shooting clubs. Because everybody
Right.
knows who the really good sniper is in all of the shooting clubs.
Mm-hmm. What are the rest of you doing?
I just following him around, making sure he doesn't get into too much trouble.
All right. The dynamic duo of Dern and Cern.
Well, we're looking for gnome holes, so I figured the logical place to start is the sewers. Looking for holes.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Awesome. I think we will call things a little early here tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
We did just hand him a pile of plates, sticks, and cogs, so...
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a religious heresy that's certainly going to brew in
All that, he just sees all that prep work, just like, well, gonna shelve that for now.